So, some questions that have come up recently regarding past life regression work. There's a lot of stigma to it because it's unknown. And unless you're willing to have the courage to take the action to actually find out what's in your subconscious, you're just going to continue to follow sync with, oh, that's so weird. That's woo woo. I'm scared. I don't think I need that. All these things that go along with it. Well, once upon a time, hypnosis had a huge stigma, it still does, because the medical community poo-pooed it because it would take people away from their medical practices if someone could self-heal through hypnosis, just like past life regression work. So I'm here to tell you, it's not all that. Okay, there's no reason to be afraid. It's like anything else. When you don't know what to expect, you have this anticipation, you have opinions coming at you if you tell anyone about it, and so on and so forth. So one of the questions that came up is, do I have to go into the past? And I'm like, yeah, you do. Well, how do I live in the present moment if I'm going into the past? Well, it helps your present moment have a better idea of what it presents if you can go back and retrieve some of the things that may have gotten you to this now moment. So some of the things I talk about is like, when you've lost your phone or your wallet, how far back do you have to go? How far back do you have to trace steps in order to find it? If you've put your shoes somewhere and you can't find them, how far back do you have to go to find your shoes? When you go for a doctor's appointment and you're new and you've got to fill out these forms, how far back into your history do you have to go to give them enough information so that you can start a process? Same would go with therapy. First thing therapy generally does, traditional therapy, is go back into your childhood. Bring up all the things in your childhood. There's no difference in doing that than doing past life regression. When you get together with friends and you're reminiscing about things, how far back are you going to bring forth memories and stories into the present moment so that you can either decipher them or get a good chuckle out of them, or just bring up something that felt good, or maybe something you had mixed feelings about. So these are some of the things that we're doing with past life regression work. Past life, to me, which is why I like to omit the past life and go into just being a regressionist. And that's what I call myself, as a regressionist. Someone that can help you get into a relaxed state to bring forth memories that are important to you right now. You're right here. And our whole higher self, fragments of self guide team come in there and bring that forth. If you can let go of the fear and the stigma of just being quiet, being in a space of trust, not discounting what memories are coming up because they may not make sense. Together we help make sense of them. And by the time the session is over, I could promise you some things are going to have some clarity to it. And then it builds beyond there between sessions. So it's like, no two siblings have the same parent. That's a fact, a psychological fact. No two people in the same room are going to have the same memory, same experience of a situation. So when you misplace your phone or your shoes, or you've got to go back into history to do whatever, you're being taught to retrieve information that's pertinent to now. What's the first thing your parent does or teaches you to do when you can't find something? Go back and retrace your steps. And that's really kind of what regression work is. Just like when you go into hypnosis, you're going in there and you're finding patterns that you want to change, and you're getting in a relaxed state, and you're filling the mind with positive affirmations that can help empower you to overcome, say, a bad habit or something that you want to change within yourself. So regression work is right along those lines. They go hand in hand. And I've spoken before about my own profound experiences. And I went into it blindly because I wanted to try something different in like 97, 98. I want to try something different. What is this all about? What harm could it do if I went and tried it? But what came out of my sessions changed my life, changed my complete trajectory and how I felt about myself, and bringing some reasons forth on my own behavior or perceptions or narratives, and was allowed to go through them and take more control of them and dismiss the ones that didn't serve and find the golden nuggets that did. And what would go on between sessions would just be more of the story unveiling for me to understand myself better. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for. I want to understand me, what makes me tick, not something I adopted as a child or from another lifetime that I brought forward to this lifetime. Because I really wasn't sure what I believed in when I started it. I had no memory of any other lifetime that would affect this lifetime. But when I got into my sessions and found myself in other time periods that made sense, then I could see the sense that it made in my now. And that was the absolute astounding phenomenon for me personally. And I find that with my clients as well. Now, there's a lot of trauma that gets stored in places, and we're always afraid to look at them. But yet people will take the steps to go get on medication. They'll take the steps to go to traditional therapy. They'll take the steps just enough to band-aid things. But when certain things are occurring, root causes, to me, are where I want to go. I want to find the root and the roots of what is happening. And even at the end of the day, if I have a session and it's like, I knew that. Thank you. I don't have to repeat that again. I got to the root of that, the original source of what might have been an issue, good, bad, or indifferent. So I hope that helps you understand what it is. I'm certified in a multiple different ones, and then Spirit's had me develop different ways of doing it that custom blends it with every client that comes to me. It's done on Zoom, so you're in the privacy and the comfort of your own bedroom, your own lounge chair, your headphones, no disruptions. You can relax afterwards and process as long as you need. You don't have to get up, go out front, go into the neon lights, get in your car, drive somewhere, go back to work while this is all trying to find its place. Because some of it really truly leaves you like, and then you can't deal with the outside world right away because you just want to allow it to integrate. You want to allow it to just find places throughout the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, etheric body, the energetic bodies. It allows you to go through all of that process in the comfort of your own home. So if you would like to take action and understand that your mind is a 24-hour surveillance camera, whether you remember stuff or not, it's all stored in there. Don't you want to see what's taking up that space? And if there's anything in that space that can help you be better right now, or anything in that space that needs to go because you want to bring in new, but you can't understand why you're tripping over yourself and sabotaging because you can't bring in new, it's because there's no room for it. Because you want to know the divinity of you as you're learning to blend and merge and gel as a walking spirit human spirit. You want to gel those together so that you can start figuring all this stuff out for yourself. That's called knowing thyself. So please, by all means, ask yourself, could this be a benefit to me in this now? And am I worth it? Do I value myself enough to take a step forward and make an appointment? Find out. I'm walking, living, breathing, loving light. And I am an expression of all of that. My own experiences through these regression techniques and other things helped me to be a more together spiritual human being than I could even imagine my life being. And I'd love to see each and every one of you experience that about yourself. It's amazing. It's amazing work. All right? Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a comment. If you've got some questions, info@embodimentofthesoul.com. My website, embodimentofthesoul.com. It's a basic website because I'm really just not all into the flash of making myself look like something I'm not by finessing words and pictures on pages, which is one of the reasons why I don't dress up and put costumes on and a bunch of jewelry on to look like I'm a goddess guru. I just can't do that. It's not who I am. There's so much more to this meat suit and this energetic suit. And so the people that get attracted to me get attracted to that just being me. Okay? Just like you're learning to be just you and being okay with the me, myself, and I of you, and the me, myself, and I of me, and letting go of the opinions and the judgments, the perceptions, the narratives that have been placed in front of you that are truly blockers of who you really are. So do you have the courage to take down those walls? Do you have the courage to take action to remove blockages that prevent you from seeing who you really are and feeling who you really are? That is what makes me want to, whoa. All right? Look forward to hearing from you.